What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Oh man, after that crazy show we just had, we after that crazy show we just had, we are now about to do some real racing with just a just a trim Pro 2 lights. Let's go out on the track and see who's out there. Speaking of just a trim lawn service, there's our sponsor right there, just a trim. As he pulls off the track as I pull him up. Is he going to come out for some more? Yes, no, maybe. I think these guys are... I don't think he's coming out for more. These guys are out here doing practice. We're about to get qualifying going here in about 30 seconds. I'm going to grab a drink while we do that. Hold on, give me 1 second. Guys are running the short of Crandon today, so it should be a quick race. They did add some laps compared to what it was last week, so it won't be as short as last week, but it's still going to be a quick race as we're about to head to qualify. Let's go. We're going to go best time, so we get the best time out here. Let's see who hits the track first. Let's see. Who hits the track first? It looks like Oliver's going to go out there. Nathan's coming out too. Oh, let's go to Tyler, our series sponsor. He's out there making a lap. And that Mustang Pro 2 light. So this should be a lot cleaner race than what we just saw earlier in the next gen. These guys do a good job keeping it together. As Taylor didn't like how that one felt. He's going back in the pits. Got Anthony out here. He's running another just a trim lawn service truck. He lost that bet. He's got to run it. The big thing about here is that qualifying isn't going to make that big of a difference because it is a land rush. So we don't have any drivers going to the back of the back. It'll be a land rush start. Let's see if I can go ahead. Pull up the Discord. Who's all up in the chat? Make sure you guys... let me know who you think's going to win, whether it's you or somebody else. Go ahead and put it up in the chat. Let's see. We have race format. There we go. Let's go. As right now, we got Nick up at the top with a 46.60. Anthony just behind him with a 46.61. There's Green. So here tonight, they're going to do 15 laps. 15 laps. Should be a quick 15 laps as they're running 46-second laps. They won't take long to get through that. They do the halfway break. Lap 8 will be their halfway break, where they'll allow people to get one lap back. There's a 48 to the top of the board. Cameron, no big surprise there, as he's been dominant. He's about 4/10 faster than the second place truck right now. Let's go check out the second place truck. Oh, we'll go check out Cameron. Cameron's going to get a lot of TV time because, you know, he likes to run up front. That's just how it is. Guys, make sure you give this stream a thumbs up. Give it a share. We're about to have some racing here tonight. Tell me who you think's going to win. Share, share, share. Say something to me. I feel lonely up in the booth. As Oliver jumps up to the third spot. Connor Berry up to second. Definitely creeping in a little closer to Cameron. Only 2/10 off his time. Gary Green back up to the third spot with a 46.54. We had 10 minutes of qualifying. We're about 3 minutes in. These guys are putting some laps down quick. Let's see how quick we finish up practice here, or qualifying here. Cameron's done with that qualifying run. Connor out here trying to pick up some time in that number 28 CBR truck. That's a good looking truck right there. 7 people up in the stream. What's up? Make sure you don't forget to give it a thumbs up, a share, and a follow if you're not following already. Oh. All but one. We got one over there on, got one over there. Thank you for the share, Anthony. Thank you for the share. Ooh, rolls it right there. He isn't able to pick up and get any closer as we got a turtle in the turn. Let's go up to our series sponsor again, Tyler. And that just trim lawn service, number 89. Make sure you guys support their sponsors up there in the top right hand corner of your screen. Oh, we got Cody with a K. I don't think Cody was here last week. Nobody seems to be able to get up close to Cameron. Cameron's been dominant here lately. Let's go see what Cody's doing. Oh, got Bryce. He came and played with us over on our Friday night stuff. Maybe he'll come back and play some more tomorrow. Bryce is definitely a lot of fun to have up in here. Excuse me, he's done with his qualifying run. So I don't know who else we got left to qualify. But we got about 4.5 minutes left, so there's time for somebody to still put a qualifying lap down. Oh. All right, guys. I think these guys are about ready to go race. Yep, they're lining. Nope, they're still qualifying. I thought they were lining up now. Thought they were lining up now, but they're not. Alrighty, I think everybody's pretty much done qualifying. We're just waiting for qualifying to finish up or them to advance the session. So we got about 3.5 minutes left in this session. Let's see if we can bring somebody in. Let's bring in. Well, let me change this first and then bring in. Got to change the audio source on my Discord so you guys can hear whoever I bring out. They did advance it. I was going to bring somebody in, but we're going to go racing here. So let's go ahead and pull up tonight's starting grid. Oh, man. I got to fail. So tonight's starting grid, Cameron on the pole with a 46.20 as everybody's lining up. I want to make sure I change this camera. Which camera angle do I want? Jeez. I don't have a good camera angle of this. Oh, they're going. Sorry. Didn't even give me time to do the starting grid as these guys doing this land rush. They're all trying to make it down to turn 1 in one piece. Let's see how this one ends as Cameron barely keeps the lead going into the land rush. Up over the jump and into the left-hand turn as he's got Anthony up underneath him. Anthony gives him a bump. Oh, we got one in the wall. Man, I can't believe it didn't give me a good starting spot for that land rush. on the regular TV screen, as these guys are diving into the next left-hand turn. Keeping it pretty clean. Let's move back a little bit in the pack as Anthony got a good hole shot. At 920 at Gary, he's in that third spot. That's pretty much where he sat all night in qualifying. Got a blinker here. Oliver blinking a little bit further back behind them. Oh, as they all dive into that left-hand turn. Cameron's pulling away from the field. Anthony in second. Gary Green in third. As these guys hit that jump. That jump is so much fun, guys. Let's go try and find a little bit different angle. Let's find something fun. Let's go off the left front suspension of Oliver. Probably should pick Gary. Oliver's been blinking. So Gary's trying to work on Anthony here. Get that second spot. Looks like Cameron's not pulling away quite as much as he was. Sorry about that, guys. Got to pull that up there. Put the gap up here. As these guys are complete one lap, 13 laps to go. Oh, that's 2 laps. Sorry, my bad. Oh, we got one. We got Nathan. No, Nathan seems to be all right. That's just such a cool view on these things. As they're taking the jumps. As the 19 and Nathan's trying to work on that 9th spot of Cody. Cody's going to try and pull away. We're going to go back up towards the front as we have a battle for second. Gary's trying to get up underneath. Oh, Gary's trying to get to Anthony. Anthony's keeping pretty steady in second. Remember, these guys are going to learn a lot this first half of the race. They're going to restack them. Oh, as we lose. Oh, we didn't lose anybody. There's timing going crazy here. Timing just went totally crazy on us. As it's stacking everybody up, back up where they belong. Oh, 48 blinks a little bit. I don't know what happened to my timing there, but it seems to be trying to straighten itself out. As Connor Berry is not in the lead, but it's got him there right now. It'll fix itself here shortly, I'm sure. Okay, let's go ahead and help it out a little bit. Oh, it just fixed itself right when I went to go click to help it out. So this is the battle on the track right now for that second spot. Gary Green is trying to take it from Anthony. Oh, he almost gets that front bumper up to him. They're sliding through. Looks like Gary's really able to gain some momentum through some of those slower turns, those high talent turns. And then on the fast sections, Anthony seems to pull away. Because it looks like Joe Hazley's got an issue. Nope. The 28 of Connor, way back here, he definitely had an issue. Connor was definitely faster than that. As Anthony's holding steady there, Oliver's going to get impatient and start working on him. And look at this. Taylor had a rough qualifying session, but he seems to be making his way back up to the field. These aren't me, Shane. This is a series that I broadcast. It's a series. I know you like anything dirt we do, though. We need to do more of these. For sure. What's up, buddy? What's up? Got 9 people up in the stream. So yesterday I did a race and I didn't broadcast it. We've been getting some threats because I kicked somebody out of Discord, so I just decided to make sure everybody was protected. As we got 8 laps to go and take a night off from broadcast and make sure I got everything authenticated correctly so that I don't have any issues. And make sure everybody knew what was going on. So we're back racing here tonight, though. Gary trying to work on that second spot. He's definitely back on the back bumper, Anthony. Can he make up any ground? Gary's really digging, but I got to tell you, I'm impressed. Anthony's having a great run, and Cameron is really not pulling away too much anymore, as he's only got about 1.7 second lead. 1.7 second lead here. Oh, as Gary almost gets in the back bumper, Anthony. 9 laps to go as we're coming up on the break. Let's see, should be right around 7 to go, 6 to go, or 7 or 8 to go. As these guys have some good, clean racing. This is totally different than what we just watched in the next gen cars. These guys are definitely, there's definitely a lot of give, not a whole lot of take yet. Long race, really, if you think about it. These guys make, it takes about 47 seconds to complete a lap, although this is one of the shorter ones. See, we get those long, fast straightaways and sweeping turns, and Anthony really pulls away. Then we get into some of the sharper, slower turns. As the yellow flag is out, these guys are going to take their halfway break. We're going to pull somebody in. Well, let's see. Who do I want to pull in? Let's pull in Nick. Let's pull in Nick. Nick, James in the booth. You got a copy?
Hello?
James in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do, sir. How are you?
Oh, we're doing good. Enjoying the racing with you guys here tonight. Man, you were real fast in qualifying, but it seems like that start maybe got you a little behind, or you're struggling a little bit here in the race setup. Are you expecting your truck to get back to you so you can pull up through this back?
I hope so. One thing that I've struggled with here is doing the land row start. For some reason, a lot of these guys are just a touch faster than I am, but racing here with Taylor's been awesome and battling with him, so I'm hoping I can at least get a spot or two after the comp caution. But it's been fun, though.
Yeah, I was watching. It looked like people started to even out a little bit more as that run went on, and it should be an interesting start here.
Yes, absolutely. It's going to be these restarts really bottle everybody up and make it a lot more interesting race after it gets going here. So it'll be interesting. I see Gary and everybody else is doing good here too. So
well, you're about to go back green flag racing. Good luck, and maybe we'll talk to you at the end of this one.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So that was Nick in the number 145. He was fast in qualifying, but he's definitely struggled a little bit here in the race. Let's see if he can make up some spots here. These guys are going to go green flag here soon. All right, I think they're going to make this left. Yep. After this left-hand turn, these guys are going to go green flag racing in this straightaway. They're going to hit the restart zone. Up here. Right up here. Green flag is out. Cameron back on the charge up in front as Gary's able to take advantage. Oh, and it gets into Anthony. Anthony flips end over end. Oh, man, what a tough break for Anthony. Oh, the 19 gets hooked. He's on his roof. Things got all kinds of crazy there. Oh, man, tough luck for Nathan and Anthony getting rolled over as Anthony was having a phenomenal run here tonight. Gary up to the second spot now. He's going to try and work on Cameron. Can he gain on him? Cameron's got a 1 second lead already. Gary Green able to cut that down to about 0.8 of a second. Is he able to gain any more? That gets Nick up to the top 5. We were just talking to him. Taylor, he's up to 4th. Got to watch him. He's always fast on these second half runs. Oliver, always consistent both sides. I got to expect him to finish right around 3rd or 4th anyway, if he can't get that second spot. I'll tell you what, it looks like Green is on a mission. I mean, they're still a second behind, but he's definitely looking clean. Now Oliver on his back bumper. That may slow him down a little bit. As that 920 is looking good, black and yellow, jumping through the field. Cameron dominating, and that number 48 up in the front. As we got a battle for 4th. We got Taylor and Nick side by side. Taylor's got it. Nick wants it. Nick's going to dive on to the inside. They're going to come out the turn side by side. He gives him a little bump. Oh, and Taylor's able to keep it. Can Nick find a place to pass him clean? As the leaders are pulling away from these two with that beating and banging. 5 laps to go. Who's going to get it here? As really, Cameron isn't pulling away from the field like I expected him here tonight. Definitely a lot closer competition than I'm used to seeing with Cameron. As Nick tries to dive it in there. Not quite able to get under there. Taylor now looks like he's pulling away from the fifth place car. Fifth place. Sorry, I'll figure out what position they're in eventually. Through the hard left, 4 laps to go. These guys don't have a whole lot of time to figure it out. It's Joe Hazley. He's fine. I thought he had an issue. It said he did. So Cameron slides through that left, down the hill, up the hill. It's like Jack and Jill. Gary isn't able to make any ground, but he's not really losing it much anymore. Very little anyway. Take one little slip up from that 48 and he could be right there as they're battling hard. Behind him, we got a 3-truck battle between Bryce, Zach, and Connor. Connor was fast earlier too. Expect him to try and get up through the field. Trying to make up some positions, had a terrible start. As he works the outside of that number 461. Zach, he's going to get around him through here. 3 laps to go. I'm going to back up to the front of the pack, kind of see what's going on there. It seems like things have calmed down. There are no tight battles, so we're going to go back to this battle. As Connor Berry's gotten up next to Bryce, he just blows around him. I'll tell you what, he's on a mission. Can he get a top 6 out of this one? Be impressive as he can. He's got a lot of ground to make. He's going to need somebody to make a mistake. As that 28 is fast here tonight. Just started way too far back. Cameron dominating the field as he's almost up to 2 seconds. 2 seconds on that lead. He's definitely gaining ground now as they got 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Does Oliver have anything for Green? As Green has definitely lost some ground on our leader. Oh, looks like Lance have an issue. No, Lance is all right. Flip Patrol's all right. So we're going to go back up to this section. As we're going to see if Oliver can get to the back bumper of Gary Green as he's really trying through here. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go. Cameron dominating fashion. Gonna win this one here tonight if he makes 0 mistakes. But the battle on the track here for second is definitely heating up. Gary Green's got it. Oliver wants to get him. They're gonna hit this more technical part of the track. Let's see if Oliver can catch him. As they slip into the turn here, the checkered flag is coming out. It looks like it's gonna be Cameron for the win. Gary Green is in second. Oliver in third. There's the finish. Taylor's going to come home for fourth. Nick in fifth. Nick got that top 5 anyway. Connor Berry, man, if he had had some more time, Connor would have made it. He was fast here tonight. Definitely fast. Let's look at the best lap times. I'm just kind of curious. So the best lap time for Cameron is a 46.38. Barry was a 40%. So he was as fast as a second place car. I just think he needed some open track. Had he gotten some open track, I think he might have done something special here today. As these guys are lining up, getting ready for their victory celebration. Man, I got to have a better view of that somewhere. There we go. That's actually a pretty good view. That is awesome. That is awesome right there, guys. Let's go ahead. We've got to find Oliver. Oliver, where are you? We're going to go back to those. we're gonna stop it right there. Where is the top 3? Wow, that was a good race there. Quick race, good race. Waiting for these guys to get ready in the waiting room. I probably just got to pull them in. Where is Oliver? Oliver ran away. Where are you, Oliver? Gary Green's still up in here. There's Cameron. There's Oliver. Let's bring our third place driver in. Oliver James in the booth. Get a copy?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Are we on
Cool,
Verizon?
cool.
No kidding. So, man, it looked like you might have had something at the end of that race. You were really working Gary. I don't know if anybody had anything for Cam, but, man, you look like you had a good truck, that number 70 Gravedigger. Is there anything you think you could have done with Gary?
I'm running a stock tune in those things, but I felt like in the last couple corners I could get Gary a little bit, but he would always pull on me in the first couple corners. So I just made a few rookie mistakes. I've never really done Pro 2 light racing at these tracks. I'm more of a Pro 4 kind of four-wheel drive kind of driver, but no, Gary did a great job. Cameron, of course, dominated as usual. I feel like, next time around when we're at this track, me and Gary can have a little bit better of a battle, but it's good to be in a situation where we're third in points right now. I came off the win at the Dirt Street Stocks and happy to carry the momentum into here and get myself a podium.
Yeah, that was a pretty awesome race, and I think you got, what, 4th last week?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that would work out in my favor, but then I realized Crandon's a land rush, so it doesn't really work for me, but it's all right.
Yeah, you still had a good race here tonight, and it was definitely fun to watch. I'll tell you what, you get a setup under this thing. I'll tell you what, I mean, if you can take anything away from today, it took Cameron a while to drive away from you guys.
Yeah, Cameron, of course, is an amazing driver, and I'm sure all us pro truck guys want to, be at his level someday. And, it seems like every week me and Anthony and Gary and all the boys are being able to keep up with Cameron a little bit better. But, yeah, Cameron's always going to be the go of this. So,
well,
we just got to try our best to keep up with him.
For sure. Well, I'm sure you got a couple people to thank because it sounds like somebody did a raid on you. No, just picking. Anybody you want to thank for tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Fox Shocks, Can-Am Off-Road, Raceline Wheels, Cognito Motorsports, PRP, S3 Power Sports, Cooper Tires, Side by Side Unlimited, 808 Diesel, Parker Pumper, and anybody else that supports me in real and virtual racing.
Yeah, awesome race, and hopefully we get to talk to you again next week.
Thank you, James.
Third place driver, Oliver. Let's talk to Gary Green. Gary James in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Man, you got that second place. I don't know how happy you are about it. I know you and Anthony got a little bit of contact, but man, you were fast here tonight. And for a minute there, I didn't think Cam was going to drive away from you.
Yeah, I was feeling pretty good, and I felt so bad for Anthony. I the whole first half of that race, there was about 4 laps. I kept sticking my nose in there, and I had a pretty good jump on the restart, and I was carrying some good speed into it, and I saw him go way wide, so I was like, okay, well, I got to go for it. Like, if we just bump, he'll just push a little wide, and I never would have thought it would have did what it did.
Yeah, you just hit the bumps right, and these things just kind of roll over.
Yeah. So I feel super bad for Anthony. I really didn't mean for that to happen at all. I thought it was just going to get him a little wide.
Well, you were definitely fast tonight, and like I said, I mean, I was starting to think that Cameron wasn't going to walk away from you. I think he even had a couple laps there where you gained on him.
Yeah, I was feeling pretty good, and he wasn't pulling away from me there for a little bit, and then I made a couple small mistakes, and Oliver started getting some pressure on me, and then it turned into me kind of playing a little bit of defense instead of trying to chase Cam down. And I just kind of lost time on him after that.
I did notice when he really got on your bumper, that's when you guys kept it steady for most of that second half. And then you really started getting some pressure from Oliver, and that definitely slowed you guys down a little bit. But man, that was an awesome race for you tonight. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my wife first, and she lets me come down here every Thursday night and help put on a show for you guys, and like to thank Rycon Fabricating, JNR Sheds, and everybody at Team Green.
For sure. Well, thanks for coming out and putting on a heck of a show for us tonight.
Yep, no problem. I also like to thank Unkind Esports as well too.
Got it. All right, buddy. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Do I even need to interview you anymore? I can just replay yours over and over again now, right? Man, that was a good run here tonight, and man, it looked like they might have put a little bit more pressure on you. I mean, you had to be a little bit nervous. You weren't walking away from them the same way you were the other races.
Yeah, this track's it's not tight by any means, but it's really just single file racing. And believe it or not, these trucks push a lot of air and they draft really well. And you can gain probably almost 0.2 of a second just by drafting someone ahead of you. So I mean, like you can definitely be on someone's bumper and stay there quite easily. But I knew that if I could get like a second barrier, like a 1 second ahead of the guy behind me, then that draft kind of just fades away, and I just hit my marks. I can just stay 1 second ahead, and it's a lot harder for them to catch up because then they don't have that draft. So, but once I got after that 1 second, second and a half, I just started looking in my mirror and I seen, Anthony and Gary battling, and then I seen Gary, I think, got into Anthony, and I think Anthony got the bad end of the stick there. But I mean, that's I don't think Gary did that on purpose. But then I saw Gary and Oliver racing, and I was kind of watching my mirror more so than I was out my front windshield just to see those two racing. So
it was a great race to watch between those two.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, this track is it's extremely difficult to pass on. Like, you need a full lap to wind up and get a good run off of some of these corners just to set yourself up properly and get on the inside of someone where you can take away their line without losing actual speed. So it's really tough, especially with these low-powered Pro 2 lights. I mean, it's not easy out there. You really have to keep the momentum up, and don't let the guy that you're battling with take your line away from you.
So at one point you did get about to that second lead, but when Gary did make the pass by Anthony, he did gain about 0.2 of a second on you at one point. Brought it within like 0.8 of a second. Did you get a little nervous at that point when you seen that gap change?
I know. I kind of keep like an eye on my relative every now and then, and if I see a drop, I'll be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't I shouldn't be looking in the mirror, looking at people behind me so much. I'll just focus on what's going ahead of me, and then it kind of all just goes away. All the worry goes away. I just run my own lines, and my times in qualifying and practice showed that I had the speed today, so I was definitely comfortable. Just looking at the front windshield, hitting my lines, and not really worrying about someone behind me today.
Yeah, you definitely had a whole shot on that land rush. That land rush start was great, but Anthony was right on your heels, got up under you a little bit in that first turn. That was definitely probably a little bit of a different feeling for you.
Yeah, for sure. That land rush is super tricky. There's not much traction in that grass, so yeah, definitely have to lug it, even though these Pro 2 lights don't have much power. But there's some specific starting positions where there's probably some more grip, I want to say, just because after you start, you're going over different jumps than everyone else beside you because the elevation, it changes drastically all the way across that start finish line. So thankfully, pole position is the smoothest one, but that means you also have the tightest entry going into the next corner. So you always got to look out on your left rear quarter panel. And yeah, he was there, and I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but I just kept it matted to the floor, and thankfully the rest is history.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for putting on a great show for us today. I know you got a list of people you got to thank.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, you for putting all this on, and always look forward to watching the broadcast back and having my friends and family being able to watch all this stuff. I'm thankful for that. AMX Racing for putting this on. It's a great group of guys that race here, and hats off to them for putting on a show for everyone else watching. To the JBES guys, as well as Connor Berry, my teammate. I know he's extremely quick. I think he ran some hard luck on the start. I think I need to rewatch that, but hats off to him. General Tire, Fistful of Bourbon, Winners Get Whiskey, Polaris Razor, Vision Wheel, Sant Racing Fabrication, Rigid Industries, Dirtfish, GSP XTP Axles, Gibson Performance Exhaust, Acronis, Chris Leone's. Yeah, that's it.
Well, yeah, Connor definitely ran into an issue at the beginning. He was fast, and I thought he was going to be a little contender there with you. But, man, good race, and thanks for putting on the show for us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
No problem. So our winner, repeat, Cam, let's go ahead and pull up the results. Since I always forget, we're not going to forget tonight. Let's do this. Tonight's results, we got Cameron in that first position. Man, he was a rocket ship tonight. Gary Green in that 920 finishing second. Oliver making that third, finally getting that podium finish. He tried so hard last week, couldn't quite get there. Taylor coming from a bad start. Tough qualifying. Man, he pulls out a top 4. He's got to be happy about that. That's our series sponsor, Just a Trim for the Just a Trim Pro 2 lights. Excuse me. Nick, he brings it up to that top 5 as that craziness on that restart definitely helped him out some. Connor Berry makes his way back up to 6th position. Definitely was way back in the pack, and man, he was fast. Fun to watch him come up through the field. Bryce in that 07 finishing 7th. Anthony having a tough night, bringing it home 8th. Zach in the 461 finishing 9th. Cody with a K in that number 4 finishing 10th. David in the 31 11th. Joe in the 23 comes home 12th. We got Flip Patrol Lance in that 29 takes it home 13th. And Nathan, man, he got wrecked in that around the same time that Anthony did, but he wasn't as lucky. Takes it home in 14th spot. Man, what a race for these guys. Make sure you guys come back. Keep our notifications on down on the right-hand corner of their screen. And come out and watch some more of these guys every Thursday night. And hang out with us, have some talks. And as always, until next time, have a good night and be safe.